Let's see what came in today. Goodness gracious me. 25,000 views on the survivalist video. Thank you so much guys for the support. This video would be about... Oh, wait, what's going on?
One class down, and there's two more left. How amusing. The sword and shield remain.
That's the situation you're at now, Alps. It's best if you guide the other dude since the staller is down.
Understood. Before we begin, take a seat and listen real well. Something that was pointed out to me through the comments was how Sentinels and supports should have a video of their own. And to that, I agree. Let's talk Sentinels, the defense of the survivor team who protects, assists, and stuns the killer. Okay, what the hell is wrong with these people? I don't see them doing things that Sentinels are supposed to be doing for some reason. I know this video was tailored for one character in mind, but it seems every Sentinel is played like a survivalist. On purpose? I mean, I have some of you telling me that too in the survivalist video, where you experience Sentinels that just do gens and hide in a corner. Starting off with guest. Let's take a look at these two clips. Here we have a first. Let's observe for a bit. And here we have the second. If you notice anything, just keep it to yourselves for now. We'll talk about it later. Then, Shedletsky, the sword slasher and chicken consumer, same thing with guest. Let's watch a few clips and see what they have in common. And last but not least, Chance, gambler and debt incurrer to mafioso. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Before we start with the minor crash out, let's just calm down for a while. Yeah? With some comparisons, we should be able to differentiate a functioning Sentinel from a quote-unquote Sentinel after all. So as Sentinels, try to at least follow these basic rules. Guest demands on-site attention where the pursuer and pursued are present. His kit heavily relies on him being chased, with some scenarios requiring him jumping in to take the hit, or trailing the survivor to tank some damage. Block and charge are his main defensive abilities, which can be used to punish him when you miss. Make wise judgments. You are the president's bodyguard after all. Shedletsky, on the other hand, plays a lot like two-time, hiding around corners and lurking to stun the killer. But with the slight difference, since he can play more aggressive because you have a 100% chance of a stun when you hit the killer. You also have 80 more HP than the average survivor, so make full use of it too. As Chance, reroll with only one charge. Yes, just one. In update 3.5.3, they fixed the extra % health when rerolling with 2 or 3 stacks.
But I still highly recommend doing it with one.
Shoot with 3 charges when you have no weakness present, a good amount of health, and you're in a comfortable position. Keep tabs on the killer by tailing them, making sure you're not seen. In the uneventful case where you are being chased and have run out of options, being the team's martyr is the most valiant way to go out. Comment from the survivalist video actually points out the problem with Sentinels acting like survivalists. From Victor Virgili 4447, I apologize if I butchered the pronunciation of that. The biggest issue I see nowadays with survivalists is the rewards you get when you die, or the lack thereof. This entices Sentinels to act selfishly and live until LMS, where they'll likely lose, and entices survivalists to throw themselves into chases and waste all their resources, as otherwise they'll get called useless. See, in the holy trinity of classes, Sentinels are not damage dealers. They're tanks who stop the killer from reaching their win condition. Survivalists are the damage dealers, posing the largest threat to the killer. Now, this comment couldn't have been more true, and the first clips have one thing in common: Sentinels being as useless as ever. But the second clips are them doing their jobs right. So what problem do I have with them? Well, it's just that 80 to 90% of Sentinels don't help their team. Why? Because as a Sentinel, they have lots of surviving potential as a character. So unfortunate for a really useful class. Chance can have up to 130 HP, Guest has 115 HP and 2 moves that grant invincibility, Shed has basically 180 HP if done right, and 2-time is a thorn in your side with this healing and stealth. They also have stuns to help them in their loop, which is what pisses me off at the people that play this class like a survivalist. With the capacity to help, you'd think they'd help, but some, if not most, choose not to, because teamwork is less rewarded in this game, as if you can survive, you get rewards. This class is being played wrong on purpose, unlike the survivalists. Hence the title, or something similar to it, the class played wrong on purpose. But let's just put that aside for now because it doesn't compare to what I have in store for 2-time. How, on God's green earth, is a character built for stealth able to do things like this? I mean, it's not even supposed to make sense at all. 2-time is a semi-survivalist semi-sentinel with 3 moves. A dagger to stab and heal, a crouch for his supposed playstyle, and a ritual that responds him as a reward for being quote-unquote useful. I'll talk about ritual later. But how come this character is being played like Shedetsky, aggressive and out in the open? Search up a guide on 2-time and I can guarantee you that they'll all teach you how to trick stab. From level 200, 300, and even 400 2-times, they'll teach you how to trick stab as its way of being played. But I beg to differ. 2-time stuns are supposed to make the killer say, "Oh damn, nice one, you stunned me because I wasn't paying attention to you." Instead of, "Oh for f***'s sake, how does that hit me? How does that work?" In fact, there's an entire subreddit made to hate on 2-time because of the absurd ways people can just stun you for 3.5 seconds because of hitboxes and magic. I digress.
Alps, unfortunate news. The 2-times have found a way to dash stab you even with the new update.
They what? Alright, I've calmed down. I need you to explain a little more on that.
Even with the changes in update 3.5.3, where they changed the windup from 0.1 to 0.3 seconds, they can still do that apparently.
Huh. That's just bullshit now, huh? Alright, let's list some things down that 2-time can do and see what should be theoretically possible with their kit design and playstyle. Backstabs are obvious. Backpedal stabs, discussed later. Corner stab, pass. Ledge stabs, no. Dash or flip stab, what? Reach stab, hitboxes don't work like that. Lunge stab, sure. Curve or matador stab, same with backpedal. Front face stab, thank God they fixed this somewhat. Now I can practically hear some people saying, skill issue when you get dash stab or trick stab. I stand my ground when I say 2-time should be a stealth sentinel, because doing whatever BS trick stabs are is so dumb. It is a given to play stealthy since you can use the open opportunities and punish killers. Get your papers and pens ready, because you can punish them for
Behead, dashing wound, corrupt nature, pizza delivery, mass infection, entanglement, unstable eye, rejuvenate the rotten, corrupt energy, digital footprint, 4 error, void rush, observant, demonic pursuit, infernal cry, blood rush, blood hook, cataclysm, ascension.
whenever possible. Be careful of triggering John Doe's unstoppable passive, however. But unfortunately, 2-times kit allows them to be viable in chases. Again, I can hear a fraction of people say, "What do you want me to do when I get chased? Stand there?" No! Use their kit for its purpose, obviously. Do corner stabs, use the little crouch evade, run to your teammates? Is that not apparent at all? It's an asymmetrical game for crying out loud. Surely you have people you can just run to for help. Oh, that's right. We're playing on our Roblox game. Sometimes other people just don't bother. That's unfortunate. In any case, 2-time as a survivor is completely broken and misused on purpose because it's just easier to apparently lap dance on the killer instead of jumping them from behind. Sure. Let's roll with that analogy for now. Their kit doesn't even make the entire stealth sentinel situation better at all. In fact, none of the moves actually help with it. Crouch is best used in chase with a means of escape. Crouch immediately when the killer misses their main attack and spam the crouch button to get speed 2. This works because it takes a second to get out of crouch, but it takes 2 seconds to use another M1. Sacrificial Dagger is best used as an in-chase stun, similar to Shedletsky's Slash, because it stuns the killer for 3.5 seconds with the addition of 20 HP. But do you know how much 20 HP is? It's 1 M1 worth of HP. It's highly uncalled for, and you can say, but they have 80 HP, they're super squishy and weak. Well, joke's on you, serves them right, little insects. 20 HP is mind-numbingly annoying to deal with, which you can literally stack infinitely as long as you hit the backstabs. 10 HP for front stabs is there too, which puts 2 times the Sentinel above others if left unsupervised. A move that can heal, stun, give distance, and promote aggressive gameplay all packed into one ability that has the second shortest cooldown among all stuns in the game.
Guy, come in. Headquarters just received a report of another update. If you're planning to make that video, you better do it fast, or wait for the update to roll out and do it then. Whatever you do, HQ needs quality results. Don't let them down.
You have to be joking. Yes, that's right. 2 times hitbox was moved forward and decreased 1 stud in update 3.5.5 to reduce the stupid trick stabs. Little English lesson, reduce means to minimize, so 2-time mains can still bolt their way into trick stabbing, albeit with a few adjustments, so there still lies that issue of 2-time being a more aggressive Sentinel instead of their supposed stealthy playstyle. It doesn't help how aside from their kit, backpedal, curve, and matador stabs all have one thing in common. They all promote aggressive playstyles for 2-time. They are, by far, the easiest trick stabs to do, which easily fill up more than half of 2-time's ablation meter for ritual. It's so detrimental that you are either forced to continue chasing the survivor you were locked onto with a slight distance disadvantage, or chase 2-time to prevent the inevitable second life. Don't let me explain on how ritual is stupid. Let me get started on how ritual is stupid. The move that grants 2-time their second life. The most essential part of their kit. Ritual. The entire second life system gets overruled in Last Man Standing, where 2-time gets speed and 110 HP. Mind you, you no longer get the weakness in LMS for some unknown reason. It's just an additional power-up for 2-time as if they didn't have enough. Aside from this, the Oblation Bar. The entire gimmick of their kit now serves no purpose in LMS because it automatically sends you to your ritual anyway, which promotes an entirely different playstyle, the selfish survivalist playstyle. While the aggressive Sentinel is done similarly to Shedletsky, and the intended way to play 2-time is to stealthy support, the selfish survivalist could literally be 2-time, hiding in a corner, waiting for LMS to be out of danger. In the case where they do get chased, they can just trick stab the killer with no problem and live most of the time. With jank hitboxes and weird timings, trick stabbing has been a problem. So far, I've seen no 2-times apply the selfish survivalist playstyle, so thank goodness for not being deadweight like most guest users out there. So solutions. I'll mention a few later, time's up anyway.
Zai, it happened.
What did?
Updates been released.
Oh, that one. What's in it?
Just the 1x rework for the most part, but take a look at the balance changes, will ya?
New update, 1x rework, Elliot, Cool Kid, 2-time. LMS. Changes, no teleport. Oh, they managed to do what I was just about to suggest for 2-time.
So are you gonna remove that segment?
Absolutely! Not. I've recorded it anyway, so what's the harm in keeping it in?
So, just like normal, a full course. A massive rant on Sentinels leads us to what? The heavy need for change. A change that forces 2-time to play stealthily. An environment where guests can feel more valued by the team. A place where Shedletsky's self-sustainability can thrive. An opportunity for Chance to comfortably operate to his 100%. First is guest. a very high potential survivor whose only problem is the player using him. Invincibility and higher hit priority lets him get as many opportunities for self-sacrifice. A change I would suggest is make killers do around 75 to 80% less damage for 5 seconds after charging. It would help teammates a lot with their loop and reduce the risk of death. To balance it, make this change non-stackable. Shadletsky's virtually 180 HP allows him to be the killer's first target, hide and heal, and regain the aggro of the killer while waiting for your next chicken. No changes with him, a solid and very balanced kit if I do say so myself. Chance's reckless need for risk makes him fun to play and even more fun to piss the killer off with. Shoot and punish from afar, stay hidden, and avoid chase at all costs. A change with him would be to ever so slightly make him roll coins just a little bit faster. Maybe from 2 seconds down to 1.5. There are multiple gambling addicts out there. Lastly, 2-time. The 0.3 wind-up and the smaller hitboxes are good, but a slightly longer end lag could solve most sacrificial dagger problems in my opinion, which is being able to run scot-free after missing horribly. Aside from this, Ritual should only be placed down with a full ablation meter to almost negate the aforementioned 100% survivalist playstyle. Those changes won't completely fix 2-time from being played aggressively, but if you have more possible changes in mind, comment them down. I'll be reading and responding to most of them in my free time, so it would be great to know what you think. Aside from this, a slight buff to XP and money for Sentinels that actually do their job right incentivize them in helping their team in chase. Help the team in chase. I feel no need to have to repeat that point, but some Sentinels just never change. I'm looking at you, public server guests. I have beef with you. Make it possible so that survivalists get more benefits for doing generators, like potentially unlocking the ability to use their abilities on teammates after doing 2 gens of their own. And Sentinels more rewards for actually sticking with the team and being actual tanks with the ridiculous amount of HP they have. That's basically gonna wrap up the entire Sentinels video. It was mostly a 2-time rant, but what could you do about it? 2-time stun is super unpredictable when you're not paying attention, and when you do pay attention, you might lose a survivor you're chasing. To complete said trinity of classes, the support video will come out when I actually finish dusekkar, because I've been mulling it over if I really want to play that guy. Aiming and predicting was never my greatest skill. Valorant taught me that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the end of the video. You can leave now. Have an amazing day. Alright, you people who stayed, first long video of 2026 and the goal is simple. 1,000 subscribers before 2027. Is it possible? I believe I have the power to create videos up to that point, so it's entirely within my grasp. But I will need your help to get there. We also have a Discord server, which I'll link below, where I regularly chat with you all. And sometimes ask for your participation within the opening scenes of every video. So feel no pressure in joining, because at the end of the day, it's night, and I'm just a small guy doing this for fun. Enough shenanigans aside, hopefully this encourages the functional Sentinel mains to keep doing what they're doing.
Wow.
Give yourselves a round of applause and a pat on the back for that one. But to the quote-unquote Sentinels, reconsider playing Survivalists. Please. You reduce stun time by 0.5 seconds if I remember right. In any case, this video has gotten really long, but hopefully you learned something new. This is Ziops, signing out.